Coming up tonight on UMTV News, Tropical Storm Nicole is picking up speed and heading for Florida's east coast. We'll give you the latest updates on the approaching storm.
Plus, it's election night across America. We'll fill you in on all the tightest races for tonight's midterm elections.
And former President Donald Trump is setting a scene for a big day at Mar-a-Lago.
We'll have all the details on that and so much more coming up here on UMTV News.
It starts right now.
Hello and welcome to UMTV News. I'm Emi Larquea.
And I'm Altea Castro de la Mata. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. A rare light season storm, the kind not seen in decades, is off the verge of hitting Florida. There are many still struggling from the recovery from Hurricane Ian. Right now, Tropical Storm Nicole is forecast to strengthen into Category 1 hurricane before making landfall into Florida's east coast late Wednesday to Thursday. Florida is bracing for a destructive deja vu. Tropical Storm Nicole is expected to intensify into a Category 1 hurricane, a mere 6 weeks after the deadly Hurricane Ian hit central Florida. Thousands who survived Ian are once again being urged to stock up on supplies and get ready to hunker down.
Today is the day to get ready. Make sure you have your preparedness kit, your disaster supplies ready, food and water. Make sure your gas tank is full. Make sure you have medicine and prescriptions, cash on hand.
Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis has declared a state of emergency in 34 counties, all potentially in the path of Nicole. Emergency officials are warning of heavy winds and rain, rip currents, beach erosion, possible floodings, and storm surges.
Storm surge on top of a full moon, on top of high tides. Storm surge amount of 2 to 4 feet, and it could be 5 feet in certain locations.
Power companies are also preparing, removing or cutting tree limbs already damaged by Ian. Officials reportedly say that branches are often the biggest source of outages. Nicole is arriving in the final weeks of the hurricane season. If the system develops into a Category 1 storm, it would be the first November hurricane to hit in the U.S. in 37 years. In other hurricane news, all classes in the Coral Gables campus will be held virtually tomorrow, and all in-person events Wednesday will be postponed or canceled.
It's election day. The 2022 midterm elections are underway, and the GOP is on a mission to take control of Congress. All 435 House seats as well as 35 Senate seats are up for grabs. Republicans only need to turn over 5 House seats and 1 Senate seat to take over majority. Voters have hit their local polls with their top concerns being abortion, crime, inflation, economy, immigration, and climate change. Election day will most likely turn into election week, as most of the results will not come out until later.
All eyes are on the battleground states tonight, with some close races between candidates. These contestants may have a greater impact on Americans' daily lives than congressional races. Pennsylvania has become one of the nation's most watched Senate races between John Fetterman and TV star Mehmet Oz, also known as Dr. Oz. Down south in Georgia, the Senate race has a third-party candidate, so results might not be decided until a December runoff election, if no candidate gets more than 50% of votes.
And the political race here in Florida is as heated as can be. The midterms will decide Florida's next governor, senator, and multiple seats in the House. Ron DeSantis is looking to maintain his position of governor against Democratic candidate Charlie Crist. DeSantis has been making headlines since he took office in 2019, from his stances against COVID-19 to his viewpoints on immigration. Senator Marco Rubio is looking to secure a third term tonight against former Orlando Police Chief Val Demings. In addition, former Circuit 9 Senate State Attorney Aramis Ayala is challenging Republican official Ashley Moody for Florida Attorney General. Ayala was previously in the news for her 2017 stance against then Governor Rick Scott, but now has been working with the DeSantis campaign.
There has been much speculation about the House, with Speaker Nancy Pelosi stepping down from her leadership position if Democrats lose control of the House. And last night in the interview with CNN, Anderson Cooper's, while she did not confirm the speculations, Pelosi did say that the last turbulent 2 weeks will heavily impact her retirement decision.
Can you confirm that you've made a decision about what you would do?
Well, that's like asking the question, isn't it?
No, I'm not asking what the decision is. I'm just asking, have you looked ahead and, have you made a decision in your mind, whatever that decision might be?
Well, I have to say my decision will be affected about what happened the last week or two.
Will your decision be impacted by the attack in any way?
Yes,
It will.
yes.
I guess we will have to wait till the midterms are over to find out Nancy Pelosi's decision.
Former President Trump has hinted big news while addressing the crowd at Dayton last night. Trump said he would make a very big announcement at Mar-a-Lago on November 15th. The announcement is widely believed to be Trump's intention to run for office in the 2024 presidential election. It's time for a short break now, but when we return, the Miami Marlins teamed up with UHealth for a great cause for South Floridians. We'll run you the details when we return.
Plus, homecoming festivities Friday at the Hurricane Hall were filled with food, fun, and fireworks. Details coming up. Stay with us.
RAIN has been supporting survivors of sexual violence since 1994.
We have teams dedicated to education, prevention, and response.
Improving the criminal justice system.
And changing the way America thinks about sexual violence.
Our hotline is 100% confidential. It's anonymous, it's safe, and free.
Whether you're looking for information or just want someone to listen, we'll be there.
You are not alone.
You are not alone.
You are not alone.
Porque siempre voy a atender a tu llamada.
Because I'm here to support you with what you need to heal.
Because I will work to prevent violence and to create a safer future.
Because I share your story. Because we.
Because we will fight for you.
Because we stand with you.
Because with RAIN, you are not alone.
Thank you for staying with UMTV News. While fans like to concern themselves with how the Marlins play on the field, some of their most important work is done outside the lines. We are now joined live by reporter Kevin Greer to tell us how the Marlins are making a difference in their community. Kevin?
While baseball season might be over, Lone Depot Park and the Marlins refuse to rest. Last weekend, they put on their running shoes along with the Miami community.
Can we hear him?
The Marlins usually like to limit their running to 360 feet around the bases. But last Saturday at Lone Depot Park, runners of all ages and even species came to run a full 5,000 meters as the Miami Marlins Foundation held their inaugural 5K run. The Marlins partnered with UHealth in order to raise awareness for ALS research, Alzheimer's research, stroke awareness, Parkinson's disease, and mental health.
These are brain conditions that affect many people, and many of us as we grow older are at risk for these conditions. And it's wonderful to see the community so engaged in finding the cure for these conditions and supporting us.
The race route took runners all around Lone Depot Park and even drew the attention and participation of some of the Marlins themselves.
Running itself is fun, at least for me, and then running with that cause made it so much more fun. The Marlins and the city of Miami are one, you know, like we're here for them just as much as they're here for us. We're always going to be reaching out to the community, giving back to the community, letting everyone know that they can count on us. So that's just such a good feeling.
In addition to hosting the event, the Marlins Foundation provided the University of Miami Health System with a $50,000 donation.
We have over $20 million in research, and it is because of people like you and other funding agencies that were able to do this important research.
With the success of the first 5,000 meters, Lopez hopes to push for 5,000 more in the future.
A lot of people are going to learn more about it, a lot of people are going to show up, so I think we can get so much out of some things like this that the more we do it, like the better it's going to get, and it's just going to keep growing.
But the fun didn't end at the finish line, as runners were invited back to the courtyard to enjoy a live DJ who had just about everybody dancing. While I don't think I can match the Miami Maniacs dance moves, I think I can take them in next year's 5K. For UMTV, I'm Kevin Greer.
Kevin, I believe that you can do those dance moves and you can do them so much better. But speaking about other events, the Low Art Museum's newest exhibit is giving us a picturesque image of the past. On Thursday, they opened an exhibit called Complete and Perfect Truths to the public, and around 70 pieces from renowned British artists such as William Callow and David Roberts are showcased. The watercolor paintings do not only depict the course of British art, but also the political, societal, and economic truths that Europe has faced for 3 centuries.
So many of these works are not just watercolor, so there's the technical aspect, especially for those who are MFA or BFA, or even those who are just amateur painters, to learn from the masters in terms of the technique.
During opening night, guests enjoyed refreshments while immersing themselves in the galleries. The event was free for those who signed up for it through the UMiami Events webpage. This exhibit is possible thanks to the contributions of BNY Mellon Wealth Management and other donors, and will be open until February of 2023. And another new exhibit will open this Thursday at the Low, if the weather cooperates. It's called A Little Higher, and it features works by Charles White. This exhibit is also free to visit, so make sure to sign up.
Homecoming Spirit Week came to a close last weekend in Saturday's big game and Hurricane Hal at the U on Friday. Our reporter Kira Wright attended the event and joins us live with the details. Kira?
I'm sure the heavy foot traffic on campus last Friday did not go unnoticed. Families in Canes, old and new, flooded the Student Center complex with orange and green for one last hurrah before the big game. Friday, homecoming lived up to its name as thousands of UM students and alumni returned to campus to show their spirit. All to attend Hurricane Hal, the biggest and final event of Homecoming Spirit Week before Saturday's game against FSU. After checking in, the Howl kicked off at 5 p.m. with a block party. Canes enjoyed live music on Lakeside Patio, some watched with friends, others couldn't help but dance.
Everybody's so hyped and excited. It's just the best feeling. Like, it makes me feel like I made the right decision coming to Miami.
And what better to pair with good music than good food? Food trucks lined Stanford Drive from bumper to bumper. Numerous mouth-watering aromas filled the air, from popcorn to fries to churros. This year's homecoming theme is Game On. Canes tapped into their competitive spirit with games like Hacky Sack and Jenga. But they weren't just playing games, they were building connections.
We're still coming out of the pandemic, so a lot of those face-to-face interactions are even more key now. So we're really able to take advantage of that in-person networking.
As the sun went down, the spirit kept rising. Cheerleaders and Frost Band of the Hour led the night's pep rally. President Frank made an appearance to greet the alumni, followed by an award ceremony to announce the winners of the week's spirit competitions.
The teams worked super hard for weeks and weeks on end to put on awesome performances from O Cheer to Alma. And I have a lot of love for you and the alma mater, and so I'm super excited to show that through all my work towards homecoming.
Finally, people gathered around Lake Osceola for the boat burning. In this homecoming tradition, a boat is set on fire. Legend has it that if the mast falls before the boat sinks, UM will win the game. And after the mast fell, celebratory fireworks lit up the sky. It's surely safe to say that the night ended with a bang. Although the boat burning indicated that UM was going to win the game, FSU did take the victory by a landslide. This may leave some people thinking that this tradition might just be superstition. For UMTV, I'm Kiera Wright.
Kiera will get them next time. And finally, one lucky California ticket is taking home the largest lottery prize in history. Someone in the Golden State earned the coveted $2.1 billion Powerball jackpot. And here's the best part for them. They don't have to share it with anyone. The winning numbers were announced this morning, and according to the Multi-State Lottery Association, the odds to guess all 5 numbers and the Powerball were won in $292.2 million. The winner has not come forward to claim their prize yet, and the ticket was sold at Joe's Service Center. Well, we congratulate the Powerball winner, but bringing it back to campus, one member of our team left her mark on the homecoming court. Tati Robinson, congratulations on that crown and on getting tapped into Iron Arrow Honor Society. Big accomplishment.
Tati won first place in the royalty pageant this Friday, and on behalf of everyone here, we would like to say it's very well deserved. That's all the time we have for today.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and good night.